move you back there, and then I shall have you folks ready to pick them up. And you guys go and join them there. A successful war, an easy war, and I didn't have to fight much of the Kilwan army, so that's great. Did you take Zanzibar? I did not take Zanzibar. I also don't particularly care about Zanzibar. Sure, it's an entrepot, nice enough, but it won't give me any range of raiding or stuff that I don't already get from owning Mahe. What I truly want is Socotra. It's only fish, and Protestants don't eat fish. But boy, would I like that island. Think of the raiding opportunities around here. The furthest I can get is so I can't raid this stuff, and I never will. But give me a good opportunity to also privateer the Gulf of Aden. I think I can already, but I want everything. We're pirates. We're meant to be greedy. Now, I really want this. But institutions are spreading like molasses around here. Ayrshire is actually getting it relatively quickly, probably because it's good development. No doubt for that coal. Prosperity would be nice, but it comes slowly to me these days. And soon we'll have our subject integrated here. Wonderful. Now, I was meant to kick you out as a tributary because I don't really care about you. And then I'm going to claim your province. And I will take over Musashi at some point. Could have done with your manpower, but someday. Quality ivory. Okay, well that gives me 20 prestige I can't even use if I tried. So I guess I will... Could enforce my religion on turn 8, but that seems a waste of time. This all seems like a big old waste of time. I don't even know how to spend that that prestige if I knew how, so let's just leave it there. Goodness, we're too slow at killing rebels around here. Just get our army back together. Zanzibar is a cool name, isn't that enough? You know the country here used to be called Zanzibar until it got split up and dealt justice with an art of war. Well, relative justice. Scornful insult, Jake. That is a good idea. That costs prestige. Who are my rivals even? And who do I not have a truce with? Burgundy, Ottomans, Ming. Hey, Ottomans! If only I had a free diplomat to send to them. I'll try to remember, but no guarantees. And we'll deal with the Okinawans soon. There we go. Scornful insult. Your blood will make the soil I take from you all that much richer. They do have soil that I want to take from them. We got a better one? If you keep on drinking rum, the world will soon be quit of a very dirty scoundrel. I'll take it, but most of all, I'll take that power projection. They've somehow interpreted this as an insult. Good enough. Exiled armies, they're all together now, though. Let's get them fresh on the boat. And then off they go to take care of this island. Incense over here. It's not smelling of Foster's, thankfully. We'll get you guys back over to deal with the Okinawans. And now the only rebels wanting to rise up are Takeda. Now I know where my Takeda is, thanks to Sengoku Rants, is what I would say if I could remember, but I don't. Kai, huh? Hello. Alright, fair dues, we'll deal with them first, because they're likely to rise up, and then finally Okinawa. Deal with them someday. There's Hadramut, not doing too much. I'm just glad the majors aren't declaring war on me, so I can fight things at my own pace. Supply limit's fine around here. This fort's quite good. It protects a lot of the area from rebels. So I'll simply have you on rebel suppression for the whole area. And then never worry about it ever again. At least until the rebels stop rising up around here and we're all good. I'm also going to add them all to the trade node of Zanzibar, so I don't have to worry about, well, anything. Especially not the contributions to religious disunity. So, this Basai War. I could demand what I want off of them, but Russia wouldn't like me for it. And I'm actually trying to foster good relations with Russia, not bad ones. Improved training. There's room at the Naval Academy for a new instructor, and the Chancellor has asked us to suggest a course of study for sailors. Do I have this because I have a Naval Academy here. Oh, that's an officer's mess, but didn't I? Perhaps not. Morale of navies, ship durability. Durability any day of the week. That's amazing. My god, Jake, that's one thick Nassau. They're good friends of mine, or at least they could be. Actually, it's probably a good idea to ally with them. I have allied their... No, they might turn friendly. I'll improve relations with them and hope for the best. They're inland, so I will never come to blows with them, or so I plan. Best laid plans of mice and men, though, they oft gang ugly, so that could backfire. Got a lot of troops just chilling around here. What is this? What the heck is this? I can't believe I didn't state you up. Right, next target. I would really like to take over Spanish Australia. It is a disgusting mess, I think we'll all agree, and it does not deserve to exist. Took a while, but we finally got that awful place converted. Issei, religious center, hard to convert. Well, we'll see about that. Yamato could be done. It's not that expensive, but I'm more interested in places that contribute the most to religious disunity, whilst also not costing a lot to convert. These ones don't matter because they're in the whatchamacallums, the trade company regions. So it'll black bottle, it'll ottle you. Means I can also get rid of this expensive edict because look, it just costs so much money because it's so incredibly far away. Distance from capital, tripling the cost of state maintenance around here, which is just bamboozling. A lot of these lands just cost me to own. So that's why I'm looking forward to getting my furnaces up and burning. Love to take over more Manchu, but Ming are still defending them. If I was at peace, I would probably threaten for their land. Okay, Spanish Australia, how does one deal with that? How big are the Spanish-Aussie armies? Spanish Australia, 14,000. I could go and nuke them with these units that are going to deal with Okinawa eventually, but do I have any other armies available for duty? That's a no, that's also a no. Those are those guys. No, and who the heck are you? Well, if I haven't got anything going on there, I'm going to do one of my favorite hobbies and raid around here. And I will not raid Russia because they're my ally. This is funny, they're still trying to do anti-piracy against me. 160 guns, but 1,050 guns privateering. Well, just show me the money. Relatively speaking, the dosh that I'm making from this is it's diddly squat. But every little is going to help in my rush to get... It's not so much a rush, but my desire to get enlightened. So, Russia don't mind because I didn't actually raid their coasts. You don't raid your allies. And you don't raid your subjects. If you raided your allies, what a mess that would be. There are a lot of other places I could raid, but I'm trying to keep in mind that I don't want to spend all of my time raiding. It's really micro-intensive. It's something I'm a bit dissatisfied with the game. I'd like it to be better. But I've gone on that rant before. Besides, I want peace. What a shame. Although... Okay, this stuff has already been raided. Finland has not. I'm just wondering if there's any other particularly lucrative coastlines that are long overdue a raiding. Well, let's get to it. Yeah, that looks about right. We'll do that, and we'll get you home. Just old galleots doing this, but the money and the sailors made off of Ming are somewhat disgusting. Even at this point, I'm not going to sniff at 70 or so ducats per rating. Thank you for developing that land for me, Ming. I really, really appreciate it. So one of the benefits of playing on very hard mode is the stability and the power of your enemies can be used for your benefit. So it's not just your enemies, it's your allies. Your subjects, however, do not get very hard mode AI bonuses. What's this? I barely got anything. Anti-piracy measures in Siam. How utterly disgusting. Oh well, fair enough. Head back. We made the dosh that we were there to make. And they really don't want to rise up in Takeda, do they? I mean, they're saying they will, but they're not. And Okinawa's going to get independent if I leave them for too long. That's fine. I'm sure Takeda will eventually rise up. So many places with relatively small... there we go. Nicely timed. Just as I was desiring it. Off we go to Okinawa. Does that include your tributaries if you're playing as Ming? Pass on that. They're a subject, but maybe we put in a special clause that alleviates them? Cannot remember, but it should be dead easy to check. Tokugawa now wanting to rise up. Could we please just not have so many revolts? I'm actually having a hard time keeping revolts down. Oh right, Basai is rising up and now their capital is liberated. That blows. There's my amazing war score gone. That was Russia's war score too. Well, I could always take him on. The British have been lovingly cored now. But there's yet more to core. This is funny. Just the amount it costs me to do that. I really fear for how long it's going to take me to get the Enlightenment to the point where I'd quite like to just annex the Enlightenment into my country. Might be tough to do. Come on, let's go and deal with these losers. Well, Tokugawa does want to rise up. Maybe it's not my concern, right? I just want Russia to peace out here, and Russia does want peace soon. I want peace real soon, and Pasai and Hadramut certainly do. Russia's just not picking up the slack. And I need my units to be ready to deal with Australia. So, Tokugawa, of course, wants to rise up in... where exactly? Jake trying desperately to remember how it even shows you that. Where did my head go? Mikawa. Huh, well I can send you straight back to Mikawa. No problem there. Gotta love the highlighting. Native assimilation, welcome. And with that, we have a self-sustaining colony and more colonies to throw down. This land is not part of a trade company region. Meaning it's a bit of a pain to take. But we're running low on places to even colonize. Trade company region is the best ones to go for, but they're pretty much all taken at this point. The only one I have to really care about is this, but I have it protected. So should I just go for this instead? Daru. I will go for Daru. Could go for Yolngu though. Don't want those Spanish taking over this land, but I'll go for it. Bloody Fiesta is saying, man, getting to watch a DDR Jake stream, good times. Well, there'll be a whole lot more good times soon because the age of full-time streaming for me grows closer with every passing day. God, it's good to have money, but it would be even better to have even more money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that should do us. 100 more lights should bring us closer to our elite naval force limit. Sweet. Man, grabbing Madagascar feels so good. I mean, I can't wait for it to actually be worth some money here. What with my raiding, the devastation is quite high, the autonomy is quite high, so I'm not getting a whole lot out of it, but all the better to privateer you with. That force limit is obscene for the small amount of land, says Tomfo. Yes, but almost all of our land is coastal, so it makes sense that it adds to our naval force capacity. And that's going to be added to even more when I take over Spanish Australia and their gold mines. They're not particularly well developed gold mines, but gold mines nonetheless. So, of course, we lost all the war score for holding their capital. We're losing even more for this. I'm not sending you, you useless people support. I don't like losing tolerance to the true faith when I have so many rebels, but I like innovativeness. But maybe not enough, so I'll not allow that blasphemy. Barely make anything from taxes, relatively speaking, but economic ideas, I really want them, especially for that construction cost. Tempted to start going for it. It's not like I have a lot to core right now, so let's... Yeah, let's make a move at something that immediately pays off after all. Once I'm done with Japanese revolts, and I'm starting to feel like I never will be, maybe I should actually bring some of these guys that have been hanging around here for way too long. Like this 53 stack. I don't do fighting around here. Why do I even have such a large stack? I should send them on the boat all the way over to Asia. It's a long journey, people will die, but at least I'll be poised and ready to be more maneuverable around here, which I'm currently not. So I shall send them over here to deal with any of the Pasais. It's going to take almost a year. It's going to lose me about 10% of those forces, which is 5,000 manpower, but that's kind of to be expected. Need to eventually deal with this blasphemy on my lands. Why aren't you colonizing New World islands in the north? Okay, notice that nobody else is as well. That's probably because the land is complete and utter ass. It is almost all 3 base tax. A few of them are a bit more. What I'd like is somebody else to colonize a bunch of this, and I can then just privateer and raid along it. But for now, it's not of importance. The trade goods fur is pretty awesome, but not enough to make me want to desire this. I'd rather have my Catholic friends colonize it, and I simply annex it straight off of them. There will be time when I go to war with Spanish colonies, and it's not that far away. Speaking of not that far away, I can do the rest of these cores soon. I focus on my admin. It's very important for me to get as much of it as I can. Not enough to have a good admin advisor, though. I could really do with stability, not stability cost, let's just fire you two and hope that we get a guy that reduces... yeah, go away. A guy that reduces unrest, because we clearly have unrest problems and I do not have anything sorted out to deal with unrest. And these Japanese just keep on rising up. Tell you what, your job until we pacify these accursed... no, let's not use slurs just yet. These accursed Japanese is to... There we go. Just rebel suppress around here for as long as you can. And when I eventually get some peace out of this accursed Pasai war... Yeah, do that as well. When I finally get some peace here, I'll be able to... do what exactly? Imagine the giant Naxos covering up all the northern islands. Oh, I do imagine. But I have other ambitions for the world here. Siak is rising up. Got all those cores at least. We'll get the remaining ones. Fortunately, we have this fort here, so it won't take us over, and then I will protect them via Siak. Which means I want you to actually go straight to Siak, I think. No, we'll have you there so you can rest a bit and then go to Siak. Thank you, Zone of Control. No thank you, Russia. It's time to end this war. We are very technically winning, but he can't demand anything yet. Give me that mill, I suppose. Age of Absolutism's almost over. I guess that's okay. Just raid these guys to show how much I hate them. I improved relations with Naxos enough to get an alliance out of them, and I'm strongly tempted by that alliance. Hopefully they don't drag me into any wars. I mean, that's what I said about Bohemia, and Bohemia certainly did. But you're the one that crushed Bohemia, and since you're allied with Burgundy and Russia, I think you're a relatively safe bet. And that doesn't matter for the over relations, because I'm about to annex my subject. Good. The point of these alliances is to stop people from wanting to attack me. Discovered in Pasai. Why am I even trying to spy on Pasai? Yoink. Now go and take them over with the wildest goose. And then let's get Pasai back. That should allow Russia to finish up this war. How does he know when he's reached the campaign goal? Is there a ledger for piracy? You'll see pirates along all of these. Is it true that you can get a 93% morale impact reduction? Morale impact. What are you on about? Nah, Russia hasn't done anything in the war. Oh well, they must have done something. They have a little bit of participation. But I've done most of everything. Yeah, Wild Goose got a really good trade out of that. I want Pasai as soon as possible, and then I'm moving in on our friends. A river of sweet, sweet chocolate is flowing into our nation. Unrest reduction? Yes, please. I need unrest reduction, because people keep sowing bloomin' discontent on me. Goodbye, money. And hello, conversions. Kyoto, I could finally do you, but you'd cost me a lot of money. I don't like costing lots of money. Yeah, I could get some British dealt with. Heck, I could get Okinawa dealt with. There we go. Welcome to the age of revolutions. Welcome to more privateering. Now, I have formed my own empire, because I'm Emperor rank. I will never have parliament. I'm never going to have a powerful subject. Total development at least. Currently, what? Shouldn't show mine there. High discipline, probably never going to happen. My discipline's currently 106, rather than 125. Large capital's possible, but probably not worth the investment. 3-star general or admiral in command. How do I not have a 3-star admiral? I guess I haven't rolled an admiral lately, but with this kind of naval tradition, surely I would be able to get one. I guess I haven't needed one for quite some time. Why don't we roll one anyway? I'm going to take one, and since we want somebody powerful, I know just the guy for this. We're going to have Power Mac deliver us that age objective. That doesn't look too great. No, they are a 1-star. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Draken is always worth the investment, Jake. I'm not sure it is. In fact, I'm quite sure it is not. Ryujin saying, what a disappointment. Yeah, kind of is. Own and control at least 2 origins of institution. Not possible unless they're on islands for me, and they are not. So, people might actually wonder, where are the institutions? Starting from the start, feudalism's nowhere. Lucca got the Renaissance. Cantabria got colonialism. Cassel got the printing press. Sugla, now that is not an island, so nope. And Johor got manufactories, also not an island, so not a single institution on an island. We have to show that we just don't need institution. Helland have got the Enlightenment. It might be worth my time fighting Brandenburg for that. Bohemia, France, Saxony, but you know, that doesn't sound very fun at all, so let's avoid that. How about Gotland? The Danes are only allied with Chernigov, and I would quite like these islands off the Danes, especially if they ever get Enlightenment going there. Says a man invested more time in Draken than anyone could reasonably be expected to. I might spend more time in Draken when I go full time. Be nice to get a proper... Alright. Would be nice to have a proper speedrun time for that game, officially. Okay, I guess they gave in to rebels, and all this land is now relatively forfeit. Amazing. You can split in half when you generate them like that. That makes things a bit easier. Also is easier when you press the right buttons here. People often wonder how I do what I did there. Press V, it deselects the lowest down unit there. Kaffa exist, probably as a result of the war. Okay, I hope I got something out of that. Pasai will cede Linga to Russia. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Pasai are forced to give Russia their income. Pasai will pay 540, of which I get 453. Okay, you know, Russia, you promised me land. I didn't get any land. Oh, right, since I'm pirating Russia, they're not really happy with me. That's not very good. And it's going up massively each year. But I think it caps out at 100. So if I simply improve relations with them, and I put those favors to work, raising that trust, I should keep them on my good side. I know you have a rule against allying France, but are you allowed to subjugate or vassalize them? Yes, yes I can. I could even become France if I wanted to. That was a bit of a bummer. If I'd taken the capital faster, I probably would have been able to do nastier things to our friends there, but I did not. Okay, let's take over the accursed Spanish Australians. I want full annexation, and it's only 30% to eat them up. I should be able to get that just by ravaging their mainland, but just in case, let's have a single merc ready to take these two provinces. And I can pick you guys up faster if you just go there. What about their advanced navy, you might say? And I agree. What about their advanced navy? I can send these guys over. I like having them here to just generally protect me. Do I have any other spare heavies in the region? I do not. That's kind of why I keep you guys around, isn't it? I don't anticipate needing my heavies around here. I don't think Kielwell will counterattack me. Wow, Burgundy just gobbled this up, didn't they? Alright, we'll send you over to destroy Foster's Paradise. Shouldn't take you too long to get there. Actually, why don't we have you go here, and you folks destroy Foster's Paradise. That'll save me a good bit of time. Colonialism against Russia. You're making it real hard to be friendly with you, Russia. I've lost claims off of Pasai. That makes my life even worse, but I do really want Pasai. I want pretty much all of their land, actually. And now that I have this stinking truce to them, I won't be able to take them on anytime soon. And Delhi is still Protector of the Faith, although Delhi is a bit of a pain. It's tempting to nail some other smaller... oh, jeez, Russia! Russia's just really getting in my way here, aren't they? I'm nomadic, says I finally managed to catch one of these. Well, such is the curse of being nomadic, I suppose. Getting steady internet must be tough. Okay, let's get FOB and deal with the Spaniards. What an awful, awful kind of Spaniard it must be to be an Australian Spaniard. What does that even mean? You guys are doing a fat load of nothing, so you just hang out in the Straits of Johor, and you folks just hang around in one of these provinces. Fack, fully ready to go, which means I have another colonist to send somewhere. Well, might as well seal off Australia so nobody else can have it. If I made this a proper state, it would cost me more than it earns me here. Abolitionism. Ugh. Slavery is banned in the Ottomans, and other countries are likely to follow suit. It seems the transatlantic slave trade will be seeing a sharp decline. Did that just kill the price of slaves? It did. Nice. I earlier claimed that it does not do that, but there we go, it does. You know, I never claimed thalassocracy. But to do that... Lubeck, North Baltic Sea, coast of Holland, no, that's a lot of stuff to care about. I'm not sure I do. Although those are some damn good bonuses for it. Ah, peace is nice. Relative peace. I could change rivals if I want to, but I don't want to. Is there anything else one can reasonably do during peacetime? I'd like to annex this vassal faster. I'd like to actually get that advisor that I wanted, but no, I don't. Well, Spanish Australia. I can fight you with impunity, or so I believe. Spain might tell me to back off. Hopefully I can eat enough of Spanish Australia before that. Oh, look at them! Wish I could just jump on them first. I was planning on doing so with these Greek provinces, but the Spanish decided to take them off of me. And wait, 14 development? No way was this ever 14 development. But it claims they didn't push the development at all. Strange, but what you gonna do? This is my war against the world. Yeah, I'll just take the whole damn lot. Wild Goose, he's not as fast as the other guy, but... And he doesn't have the siege either. Should have brought the siege guy. Now I want this as fast as possible, but again, since I don't have siege guy, I'm just going to drop a few cannons here, just enough to keep the siege going. The siege going as optimally as possible, that is. And slaughter these forces. I arrive way before them and I far outnumber them, so I'm happy enough just sending... there were better ways I could have done that, but didn't. Right. These guys that are fully together here, split them, and split them. Eject you guys, and take over what we can here. And that's the Spanish-Australian Navy, pretty much all there. So we'll have it down. Tempting to blow the walls off to make it go faster, but unless I'm threatened with enforced peace, there should be no problem here. Missionary strength versus heretics, not really a problem. Unless I'm currently doing that, which I think I am. It'll still be done soon enough. Well, there goes that army. That's promising. Well then. Off we trot. Gonna recall that Pasai guy. He's only there to make claims, which is no big deal. Oh, we got a breach in the first roll in their capital. That is beautiful. And now I have so much war score going for me. That's just what we're looking for. Australians are pretty great, but Spanish Australians, I don't even want to know. What was that about Ternating to door? I don't know, but it looks like revolution? Did we get something else about revolution there? No, it's just revolutionaries. Why? How? Jake, your mercs and Taz. Thank you for the reminder. Doesn't look like he's making any headways there, so nothing to worry about. I didn't get that siege there, so I can just go and deal with their lights. Oh, you guys are already dead. Love how dirt cheap this land is. Truly nobody cares about Australia. Anything else you have here? Nope. So just give me that and we'll call it even. Can we expect lots of cultural enrichment in Spanish Australia? It would be a nice bit of revenge given what they did to frigates. Say no to frigates. Given what they did. They stole a couple of Greek colonies off of me. Ah, that's what they've been doing. They've been improving it. Improving delicious Greek land for me. Can't say I disapprove, really. Thanks. Haha, they want to give me peace already. This is how I plan on dealing with the Spaniards in general, though. They colonize for me, and they make it nice and Catholic for me as well, and then I just roll in and take bloomin' everything. And there's sweet diddly that they can do about it. And that's everything. As soon as I have that capital, which is at 85%, it should be elementary. And I'll kill them all so we don't have any rebels to worry about either. Oh, well, I'll try to kill them all. I don't know how Merc versus whoever this guy will do. It's our chance to show our true divine superiority. Alright, finally took their capital out. Can sink their navy, kill their troops. And we're good friends with Russia as well. Oh boy, it's good to be us. That's everything. That's a lot to core, or so they say. Easy money, and nobody cares. Truly nobody cares. There we go. Ottomans have announced Naxos as their new rival. Well, bring it on. I got plenty of other rivals. Alright. Oh. And all the stuff that I can't reach, I can't afford anyway, so that worked out more or less perfectly. And I'll just go with more perfectly. I'll have you guys ready to kick out any ne'er-do-wells that we have here. And I don't need any heavies at all, I dare say. I'll just get rid of this guy. If I have somebody revolt here, I have the transports to deal with it. How about these heavies, though? Pass. I can join up with you, I suppose. I'm looking forward to getting the colonies done here, and this whole thing just says Naxos in Australia. The rebels are in a good place for dealing with. And we get some gold. Not only do we get some gold, I believe some of this is ready to be coal down the line. One of the Spanish colonies declaring us an enemy as well. Are you scared of them? Are you seriously scared of them? I am so disappointed in you. Get yourself over there. That won't do anything because we have the fort zone of control here. Another colony done, so another colony to do. I got you, and I got you. I'll take you. Now it's harder for me to convert heretics right now, so I should focus on heathens. With that in mind, and they're all pretty expensive and take quite a bit of time. So I'll go for the ones that are relatively cheap. like Sagami. It's just cost, right? Got to deal with it eventually. Trade efficiency, trade power. I'll take the Scottish Catholic trader, and I will hope that ooh, yearly inflation reduction sounds nice, but yeah, I really want revolt risk reduction because we just keep getting revolts and revolts, but it's not worth the money. Just not worth the money. And I quite like tanking out at 100 prestige as well. Okay, I was thinking about trade goods, as I often do. Look at this. Now, iron is good. Hell, iron is great. But it's not coal. And as soon as the Enlightenment is present here... What is Spanish-Australian Enlightenment, I genuinely wonder. Oh, Venice have Enlightenment. That's interesting. It should start spreading around here. And then who knows, Venice, the province, may get it. Adjacent province has the Enlightenment. Good for you. Daru gets the spices. Good for us. As expected, you're able to take care of that. Now get back to autonomously dealing with rebels here, please. Not that you even need to go there. Look, it's being taken back by the fort, the fool. Oh yeah, I hate taking humanism. It's a great idea group, fantastic, one of the best, but I still hate it. Hojo truce is up, which means Hojo's life is up. There's no... Essex not a problem, it's protected. That said, we're making good progress on... prosperity here, so let's keep it that way. Alright. Enough of the rebel suppression, we've mostly dealt with them. Let's head over and kill the Hojos. The Hojos, huh? Isn't that Higurashi? Yeah, oh man, what a dark story that was. I got a whole lot more lights. That's good news to me. Let's grab, as usual, 10 of them, stick them over here, and then the other 10, stick them over there, and we'll find more places to raid. Russia still like us, right? Yeah, but that is dangerous. That's going to go down by another 30, keeping us on tenterhooks. But the raided coast will go down slowly but surely, so if it ever looks at risk of them breaking up with us, we'll just keep the relations good, right? Keep it sweet. You might say, but Jake, surely you could find somewhere else to privateer, and I'd say, but money! And I'd be right. God, that's nice. Kuruma and Nakuma. Oh yeah, of course, these were Greek, so they took no time at all to core up. There'll be more coring to do when I turn all this stuff into glorious states. No territories for me when I can have full-on states here. Can he create vassals that have mainland territory? Yes, I can. I haven't been doing it much. I've really only done Korea as a side project here. Let's maintain that diplomat. It's not doing any harm there. I want this province off of Yumanchu. In fact, that's why I was... Hang on. You think you are badass enough to take me on? He really doesn't... He's not afraid of me, is he? Oh, of course, Ming is still allied with the Ottomans. That remains a little bit of a concern. Well, where's my next target anyway? It's not like I need to worry so much about unrest going away. The only thing that's really keeping me down is... is my admin to actually core stuff that I take. I need stuff to take. I want more of Pasai. I want a lot more of Pasai. The Mamluks have land that I'd really rather like. Turn 8, we're able to deal with a revolution, and they're about to be gobbled up by me in a few months. So what's there to worry about? Hadramut. I still want them gone. In fact, I can fight Hadramut and Delhi will join in. And then I can fight Pasai. And then Delhi won't join in. In fact, neither will Hadramut. That's the plan, though. It relies on Pasai still not being able to join in wars here. Well done, Brandenburg. You are the winner. And where is Minang? Okay, it only has 93, so I don't really care about losing half of their population. But I really don't care about 50 ducats either. The cores just keep flowing on in for Jakey here. Kill them, then kill Hojo. I'll get this when my innovativeness demands it. France is a pathetic failure, doesn't even hold Paris. Conversely, Burgundy have been an enormous success. Look at that, that is terrifying. And fantastic. Okay. 100 new lights. Force limit's still looking swell. I could make 100 more without batting an eye. And I will, but the question is, where do I send these guys? I could privateer more out of the English Channel and feel good about myself. Wait, what? We transferred to Zanzibar? How? Actually, really, what? I guess my traders just don't do anything of use. Lubeck is still worth great money, but I already have more than half of that. I was bothered a bit about... Oh, Gujarat. Gujarat have gotten off way too light all this time. I do Bengal, but I could do it harder. What do you mean I don't do Malacca? Malacca is worth $1. I could do Malacca and Gujarat. It's tempting to put 100 on just one of them, but you'll get diminishing returns for each additional pirate. So let's just go 50-50, phone a friend. I could actually collect in Malacca and make decent money. I got trade power here. Who would I even send there? Who doesn't really do anything for me? Pfft, you barely do anything. I will... Do I privateer Alexandria? No, that's another thing I need to fix. Here's another thing I need to fix. There's this guy I don't like called Ottomans. And any opportunity I have to raid him, I should take. Once I'm done with this, we declare war on Hojo, and then we mop up Japan. Once and for all. Except for the Kurils. The Kurils are still a because this little guy called Spain decided to muscle in on my territory. Is taking Hormuz, the island, a possibility? It would give you lots of raiding potential in the Persian Gulf. Raiding potential is no longer much of a concern, right? Okay, I love taking all this dosh and sailors off of the likes of Ottomans and Ming, but really, you know, these numbers are not measuring up against simple income that we get in the late game, especially when coal starts being a thing. And coal will start being a thing as soon as I embrace the Renaissance. As soon as I embrace Enlightenment. Thanks for that. Speaking of Enlightenment, we just raided the enlightened peoples around Venice for good money. Huh. That's some pretty nice money coming in. I still need to maintain my army in the face of all these revolts, but what you gonna do? Well, we're gonna kill Hojo, that's what we're gonna do. Farewell. War against the world. No hard feelings, yo. Let's get an actual navy on this. Not some joker of... There we go. Everybody but Whitelaw. Get out of there. There we go, just enough to keep the blockade going. And then straight away we get a good bonus here. Hang on, how about that blockade? There we go, I thought that didn't look enough. It's sad to see a pirate settle for proper settled income. It's like seeing a horde westernize. We stay true to our roots, we still privateer and pirate as much as we get. I mean, look at this! 184, more than half of our money comes in from raiding people. That's pretty good. And that'll get even more advanced as we hit the end game. Trust me. Ooh. Trade company boom. Always take the money because it can fire again and give you more money unless you take the modifier. Only take the modifier if you make abusive amounts of trade money. Ah, France have decided that I'm not their enemy. That's quite nice. And what's also nice is that Ternate are part of us. Getting their army is an extra bonus. I think I'll keep that. In fact, I will bring that army somewhere useful. God, they're unloading some right here. That is cute, isn't it? Get on that boat. Come over here. See these lands? They're my lands now. Don't revolt against me. This is a good thing. The Spice Islands, goods produced +3. My goods produced +3. They are the best provinces to take. Oh, and we can raid what's left around here simply with transports. I'm going to bring you up here because I've long felt that this army isn't sufficient enough. I got full cores, which is kind of a shame since it doesn't need full cores when it's in the trade company region. Jake, if the Ottomans get uppity again, is there any tag that you would punch out of them and possibly feed to break the Turk up and get some powerful subject age? Not that I can think of. I'm not worried about the Ottomans. They might get uppity, but I could just blockade them to death again. So no real concerns on that front. Wow, Hojo's holding out pretty well. Not well enough though, it's still going to be mine. Not a single boat stolen. Maybe we are getting soft. Now when it comes to choosing my doctrine, I actually chose the merchant navy because shipboarding would be great for sealing ships, but this is good for privateering, and in the end I went with privateering. Naval maintenance would give me loads of money, galley combat ability would be great in the Mediterranean, but I saw the trade power as being better for the eventual goal, because I'm pretty sure it affects privateering. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Very surprised in fact. Our galleys are damn good enough anyway. We've got the everything to make it happen. We just steal a bunch more. Shebex 3028. Galley. Okay, Shebex are where the money's at now. Cool. My galleys are way outdated and probably worth getting rid of, but I keep them around in case Ming of all people get uppity. Farewell Hojo, thanks for that, and thanks for that core. There's more of a benefit to be made if you take a place that's already within a state of yours and you have a claim on it. You get the claim discount on making a full core instead of a claim discount on a territorial core. It's just good practice, I say. Excellent. Who falls next, though? Well, what falls is any chance of me getting enlightenment by the end of the game. And boy, do I want enlightenment. It's growing in some of these places, but abusively slowly. Very hard for me to get that. War with Spain is a borderline tempting thing. If I attack Portugal first, Spain would say no, but there's not a whole lot I want off of Portugal. At least not enough to necessitate a war. Passai is in 1717, as is Hadramut, and I have a good opportunity there to gobble up this land. And it's relatively cheap for me to do so. Relatively. So that could be the next war, unless there's a quick one that I could do instead. I'm going to wait for Spanish Etowaeli to colonize this province before I go to war with them. But I will go to war with them, and oh boy, I am taking all these islands for myself. I also, and I am disgusted at the very thought of this, but I would quite like to promote Castilian as an accepted culture. Because I don't, and I have a lot of Castilian land. Wait, apparently I have more Tokogu land. Really? Unfortunately, there's a lot of awful areas around here, but it's a nice big island. Strict would be nice if I even cared about that, but I don't. I'm going to buy the Royal Mortar, because I don't have any good use for my mill power, unless I could develop at this point. I mean, I super want Enlightenment. and the cost of embracing it is about 11,000 ducats. We're getting there in Draken, but Draken isn't high development. What I should do is push development in places that have coal. 1% Danish, ew. A waste, but mostly ew. Hey, I had to accept Danish long ago for reasons that kind of escape me right now. Unrest in all Danish provinces will rise by 5. The unrest will disappear after 5 years. Yeah, I should probably just drop the Danish. And then I can bring on... Really? Goku? I mean, that must be Japanese. Couldn't not be Japanese. But really? This is that much development? In that case, why is Saigoku nowhere near that? Well, I guess they are pretty good, and there's a lot of them that I need to convert. Saigoku is already accepted, Jake. Ah. So nan desu ka. Alright, well, it's not a huge amount of cost to bring them into the fold, but I wanted Castilian here, so maybe we should boot out Venetians and bring in Castilians. There we go. All that cost, and for what reason? What I was really considering doing is dev pushing for some coal. And the British Isles is where that coal is at, and English is an accepted culture, and in Glamorgan. And Glamorgan's a pretty great place to do it in. It's nice and cheap, and we'll get that enlightenment even faster. The prosperity helps here as well. That already has a university. Ayrshire is a coal mine, and it's cheap, I think. Ayrshire is grasslands, but it's Scottish, which I don't accept. I'd rather bump something that massively in development here. So I will. We'll put on the good old local development cost reduction. Hang on, doesn't economic help with that? Yeah, but I'd have to finish the group, and that's never going to happen. Well, it will, just not right now. Okay, it's relatively cheap, so let's go for it. These ones first, because I want so much coal when it comes here. There we go. Another big chunk of development with the institution. Sadly, though, it's only 4%, and I need 10. That's getting painful. It spreads around here, but painfully slowly. Really, the best way I can think is to dev push other areas, or, you know, further dev push these ones, but that gets real expensive real fast, and I need those monarch points elsewhere. Jake would rather boost the English in Glamorgan than the Scots of Ayrshire. I wonder what his nationalist viewers will think. Sincerely doubt I have many nationalist viewers. I could also prepare for... no, before I build buildings, I really want the economic idea of construction cost reduction. Spain are joining the long list of my rivals. Fine by me. Oh, the Russians really don't like me. Probably because of all that pirating I've been doing. The aggressive expansion's going away. The raided coast is very slowly going away. I'm sure it'll be fine. Besides, we have good trust. They'd never drop me at 70 trust. Get wrecked English scum. You might have a few, Jake. Quite possibly. The get wrecked English scum was a great moment, though. Still lost the battle. Can't forget that. Ooh, Brunei. Brunei is a good opportunity. Again, my admin really hurts right now. I need more of it. Burgundy dishonored with East Frisia, so they're not a particularly good ally around these parts these days. Can't I do Kyoto yet? Kyoto's so good. It's all so expensive, though. Yeah, well, let's just eat the cost and do Kyoto. It's not like I'm burning for money these days. Hell, I'm making boon dollar these days. Japanese coal, Jake. Yeah, all the coal will come from here. There could well be more coal coming from there.